Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Sci Swag. Hope everyone's doing great. Hey, Kathy. I am Susan. I am Kasai's sister, and this is our monthly takeover of her channel. It feels like it's more than monthly, but this is my first time this month, so that's just crazy stuff. Hi, Annette. Hi, Asa, Cindy, Lindiana Jones. It's the best name ever. Okay. Hi, Mary. So great to see you guys. Thanks for coming on here. I always love my takeover days, and they make me nervous, but mostly I love them now. They used to make me nervous, and now it's just like, whatever. We're just going to have some fun. I practiced, you guys, okay? It was a simple one. We're going to make today the double quick device cover. Kasaya, you're filling orders all day? Hi, Saya. Well, good. Then I'm going to sew while you fill orders. This is what it looks like. The double quick device cover by Spencer Ogg. And she does have a great video tutorial. The pattern comes with this size and these three sizes all ready to go. She gives you the dimensions for it. And she gives you actual pattern pieces with curved corners for the one for a tablet. But then she gives you math so that you can do it for whatever device, or you can do a notebook. You see where this is going, you guys? School time. I need a school supply-ish video. So I figured a cover. It could go for, some kids have devices that they are responsible for, or some adults like me have laptops that they want to cover for. So anyways, this is my school-ish supply that we're going to do today. So here we go. Watching with your mom, Alice. Hi, Alice. Hi, Carrie Bechtel from the basement. All right. Oh, Mary Lou, I get to see you in Massachusetts on Tuesday. Kasaya and I are getting ready to head to the east to do our Sew in the States number 21, 22, and 23. We're going to sew in Connecticut on Saturday at noon, and this is Eastern time. So tune in Connecticut for Connecticut at noon on Saturday. On Sunday, we're sewing in Rhode Island at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And on Tuesday, we're sewing at 9 a.m. Eastern time in Massachusetts. So we're super excited. We get one day in between. We've never been to these three states, and we'd really like to go see some of it. So anyways, super excited. Yes, I can share where. In fact, if you're interested, I know that our hostess had, oh, that's a different state. Connecticut, we're in, there's a name of a city. It'll come to me. I don't have it in front of me, but it's outside of Hartford, which is where we fly into. All right. I'm excited for this trip too, Saya. So excited. Okay. So here we go. Let's do it. This is the double quick device cover. This is the one that comes with it. I did this one out of cork and a faux suede-ish kind of a thing. All right. It comes with this option to put a little tab. And so I did the first one exactly the way the pattern says, with just a little webbing for a tab. I'm going to do the next one without a tab just to kind of see. All right. Boom. It has one magnetic snap. I put Smoothie Smooth on the inside, and it's just an envelope for whatever. This one is sized for a iPad. What towns? Nancy, we're flying into Hartford. We're sewing in Colchester. Then we are sewing in Kingstown. And then we are sewing north of Boston in Methuen. Today's the last day of the coupon, so how about it? All right, my friends, I did some math, so let's hope my math was mathing, because I am trying to do a cover for you today that's going to fit my laptop. So we will see. Let's do it. I'll show you what I'm using today. For this project, you need a magnetic snap. Just one. It's the only hardware. It's one snap. Zippity doo dah. If you want to do the tab, a little webbing will do it. Zeta Girl, message us. Message us, okay? I'm using Smoothie Smooth. It's Annette can tell me it's either Wonderground or Tulip Bee, but it's that bonded poly. I'm thinking this one might be Wonderground. This is Tulip Bee. This is from her tester phase. This is one of her faux suedes from a tester phase. It's like this teal. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I'm using a little Love Lola. It's a vinyl and it has this like texture on it. So you can go ahead and interface anything that you want to. I'm not interfacing anything. And I'll tell you that I didn't interface with my practice one either. I could have. You definitely could if you want it to be a little bit more sturdy. You could put foam in there. You could put fleece. I just thought I would try the first one without anything in it since I was using thicker material, and I like it. Now, it is a turn and burn one, so just kind of think about that. She does have a binding option if you love to bind. Let's do it. The glasses come on. Boom. All right. Is Smoothie Smooth how it's called at Tulip Bee? Yes, it is, Bonnie. Wonderground calls it bonded poly nylon. And other places have different names for it too. Okay, here we go. All right. First thing you need is your interior piece, whatever you're using for your interior. Now mine's nice and big because I have sized it for my laptop. So that is right. It should be longer than it is wide. And you're going to do a measurement. The first thing you're going to do is a measurement. And you can do it either way. But we are trying to find where we are going to put the magnetic snap. All right. So you're going to just take your washer right here. And you're going to measure down from the center. And go boop, boop, beep, boop, beep. Okay. Gonna make some marks. Make some cuts. And I am going to reinforce it with a little bit of Decoville Light, whatever you have laying around. Jamie, that's so nice. I still make lots of oopsies, but it's just not as big of a deal, I guess, right? Hi, Wendy. Did you move your machine? Not recently, but the camera angle is different because I'm using my laptop instead of a camera. Okay, here we go. For this portion, you need the male portion for this part of the bag. And you're going to go ahead and, oh, did I forget to cut it? So embarrassing. You put little snips in your slits here. I'm just going to use a razor blade and go bzzoop and bzzoop. Okay, we're going to put our male portion. Is that better? Thanks, Annette. I'm putting a little bit of Decoville over it before I put the washer down. All right, and I like to just use scissors or whatever to help fold it down. Some people like to fold the prongs out. I fold them in because that's how Kasaya does it. And she told me to do it that way. And I said, yes, ma'am. I'm just going to smack it. All right. And just to be safe, I'm going to put a little tape over it just so it doesn't go through anything. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So now with if you're putting a webbing on it to do like a tab, and I'll show you what that looks like. If you're wanting this little tab on it, I just used webbing yesterday. This is when you would do that, and you would put it right here. Okay. I'm going to skip that part because I'm doing this one without a tab. I'm doing one with, one without, just so I can see if I care, if I have an opinion. Now you're going to lay that one down. Then you're going to grab your pattern piece that is shorter than the other two. Okay, you'll notice this one is not as long. Okay, and you're going to fold it wrong sides together, and you're going to do some clipping. Now I've already marked my center, so just grab some clips. Oh, hi, Annette. The pattern is from Spencer Ogg. I was feeling back to school vibes, and I thought, what can we do? I've done pencil pouches, we've done laptop bags, we've done notebook covers, and this is just like a adjustable device cover. So, I mean, she has dimensions in there. If you want to just make a little one, you can do it for your passport. You can do it for a Kindle. You can even just do it for, like, let's say you want to transport patterns and keep your patterns nice and safe. Maybe they need their fancy cover too. I might actually make if I like this one for my laptop, I might make a matching one for my planners that I carry around with me, and then another one for my passport. I have a little matching set. Okay, so you're just folding wrong sides together, and the curved sides are down. All right, and now this is the part that's going to be interesting because you're supposed to lay this pocket on top of your lining. Okay, and I'm going to put the clip here on the lining so it doesn't move. And you put, because I'm doing a custom size on this one, it's not the pattern size. Instead of measuring down where to put the female portion of the magnet, you have to do it a different way. Now, the tricky part for me is that the device that I want to put in here is recording this video. Wah, wah, wah. So I measured it before, so I know how far it needs to be, and we're just going to do it janky way. This is janky way. This is going to go down. Wait. I don't know if that's right. Maybe it's way too big. That's interesting. Okay. Let me check something really quick. Oh yeah, that's the outside. Okay. I'm going to measure my thing one more time. 9, 10. Yeah, it's going to have a little extra room. Okay. There's going to be plenty of space for it. So I'm just going to bring it down here and grab a pen. Okay. So if all goes well, then my laptop will fit in this pocket. I'm triple checking because I don't want to get done with this and have it not fit. Okay, excellent. So then you're just going to lift this up, and I'm going to make sure it's centered. I already marked my center. And I'm going to get my other washer, and I'm going to mark it. And now we're going to install the female portion. How about the thickness too? Yes. So Jackie, I gave it some extra space since I can't grab my device. So I gave it extra space to allow for the thickness, because mine is about 3/4. When it's closed, it's about 3/4 of an inch. And so when I close this down, I've given myself an extra inch. So, I mean, ideally you would just put your device in there and do it, but I am not going to risk shutting the video down. So we're just going to do it this way. If it works out, it works out. If not, I'll find a device in the house that fits. It's fine. Did you ever find a thing for sheet music? Someone said. I actually think maybe I'll make a bigger one of this that fits my conductor scores. I thought about that. You can even just put a little strap on it and call it a day. Interesting. All right, I'm going to take off the cap, the little paper. Molly, I'm glad you're back from the hospital. Hi, Linda. Linda's coming out with a bag pattern. We're going to make it. I can't wait to make it, Linda. I'm sorry I haven't done it yet. It's on my list. It's on the list. All right, just like the other one, I'm going to go ahead and put a little Decoville light right on the back, just to give it a little bit more strength, since it is metal and it's the part that we're going to be pulling. And then the washer. Okay, and just like the other one, I'm going to fold my prongs in. I'm going to use my scissors to do it. Keziah, did you get your computer working? Boom. Okay, put a little tape on it. Smack it for good luck. All right, so now for this part, let me get my stuff out of the way. Now what you're going to do, and I love that she says this, we're going to stitch this top part of this pocket together. So I'm going to take it off of the lining for this step. But guess what she suggests? Double stitching. She didn't have to mention it twice for me. Nope. All right, I'm using kind of like a dark gray thread. I didn't have a perfect match, and so I just wanted something that was deep but not necessarily black. So here we go. We're going to stitch across the top, the folded edge. All right, this is going to be that pocket part. Now I was thinking about this. This bag can totally be modified. It's so simple. You could put like a thing on the outside to hold your charging cord. I was trying to think about how to do that. Like a little pocket that puffs off, that holds your cord. Okay. There's row number 1. We're just going to come back and do one more row. Oops, sorry, I knocked you over. Because I want to feel joy today. And double stitching does it. Oh yeah, that's so satisfying. I can tell this fabric has a little bit of stretch to it. It's going a little bit wavy, but I'll just make sure I attach it really good on the sides and it should be fine. Okay, now before you attach it to the lining, you're going to do a stitch just along the bottom part, not where it curves. It's just a basting stitch, just so things don't shift around in the next step. Okay, and once again, this pattern is, that's funny, I totally missed, I'll show you. We're going to do that again. I was like, okay, I got it. Wah, wah, didn't get it. Let me try again. Looks like it wasn't folded perfectly. It's okay. This is meant to be a turned out pattern, but she does have a modification if you want to do a binding method. Now I chose some pretty thick material, so I'm going to make sure I leave a significant size opening. Wow, I still missed some of it. It's okay, I'll catch it on the next one. Okay. So now you're going to take your lining piece and you want to see, you want it to be face up and you want your magnetic snap, the male portion, up at the top. Okay. And then you're going to come to the bottom. You're going to line up your centers and you're going to put this at the bottom, center to center. All right. And then this is the part where I'm going to pull it a little bit on the sides just so it doesn't look wavy. I'm going to make sure that top part is okay. All right, so you've got this clipped around here. All right. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do a full seam allowance around from the top of the pocket, around the curve up. And then you're going to do a little stitch that goes in just a little bit here and a little stitch that goes in just a little bit here. I'm going to do that at the end. Okay. Saya went wild the other day and did a triple stitch. Are you kidding me? Kasaya, you party animal. I knew you had it in you. All right. So here we go. We're going to go full seam allowance, and then I'll come back around and I'll do that little jiggity jag. And then I just go really slow around the corners. Sometimes I use my hand. I'm afraid my foot will get too heavy. You can hand crank a little bit. Kind of doing both, a little bit of both. Okay, coming to my next corner, so I'm going to slow down. I'm just going to keep kind of making sure it's all flat. I don't want any bubbles. Okay. Now this is the part where you're going to come in just a little bit. So I came in right here from the edge. I just came in just a little bit there. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. If you're just joining, we're doing the Spencer Ogg pattern. It's the double quick device cover. And this is one that hopefully will fit my laptop. I had to do a little mathing, so we'll see if the mathing worked. Okay. Just come in a little bit on the side. I think it just gives it a little bit more strength before we turn it and do all that stuff. Okay. I don't know. The pattern just says to do it, so I do it. Don't ask questions. Just kidding. Okay. So there we go. So we have our lining. We have this pocket. All right. And now you're going to take your, whatever you've chosen. And by the way, it's domestic machine friendly. You just use whatever your machine can handle. Because since you're turning it, it's not raw edges. You can use cotton for it. She just says if you use cotton or anything lighter, then just interface it with like SF101, something just to kind of keep it from being too stretchy or whatever. And you could add foam, but this is so thick, I thought, maybe I don't need it. Okay, So I'm going to go right side up on the table and then right side down with my back piece. Okay. And remember, I chose not to do a tab, but you can do one if you want. Now, she suggests to leave the turning gap in the side. And this is fairly thick. So I'm going to definitely do myself a favor and leave a generous gap. I'm going to try to just get it straight everywhere as I can. And then I'm going to clip it all together. Oh, thank you. I love these materials too. I hope my laptop likes these materials. I won't even know until after the video if it fits. Oops. Okay. And just remember to maybe make a mark of wherever you're leaving your gap. Just so you don't accidentally sew through it. That would be so embarrassing. Am I right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark. Okay, so I want to show you something. When I made my practice one, my turn hole, and the way she has it in the pattern, basically, so it was like this, right? Basically, she has you come down past the curve, stop, and then you start here. So your turn hole goes from basically the straight to the straight, right? So when I had to turn it, I had to turn this pocket and this cork. I had to fix the seam in to finish it. After I turned it through, I had to fold this, and it was hard to fold the cork and this and have it not look funky. It did work, but I thought, ooh, that's kind of rough. The one thing I'm worried about this is this material that I've chosen that it's got the texture on it is fairly thick, that if I were to fold it, it's gonna, because it's not a very big fold, it's going to be a little bit hard to fold that plus this double layer of this faux suede. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my turn hole past the pocket. I'm not going to leave a turn hole on this pocket part so that I'm only having to deal with this. So I'm going to try to do it from the straight here to where this pocket is. And that's why I'm going to avoid that. It's just because when you have to fold the last seam, I don't want it to look funky. So we'll see if it works. It might still look funky, but at least I will have tried. So I'm going to mark it so I don't forget. I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to leave well, maybe here. I'm going to leave a pretty good size one. All right, here we go. Full seam allowance. And I should put my glasses on so I can drive straight. And you're just going to go all the way around the perimeter at your full seam allowance, except for the place where you're going to turn it. Same thing I did before. I'm just going to slow down around the curve. And hope for the best. How'd I do? That's okay. My curves are okay. They're not perfect, but they're not terrible. And that is success, I think. I can feel this top one slipping a little bit. So I'm just gonna make sure I have it pushed over. Okay. I'm going to come all the way around to the other turning hole part. Things are definitely shifting. The other one didn't shift, so I'm sure this one's bigger. That's probably part of it. The other part is that I'm using different materials. So just kind of keep filling and making sure you have all your layers lined up. Okay, I should look. Oh, that's right. Marcus, they started today. Ooh, I hope you liked it. Gabriella started high school this week too. So crazy. Okay, I'm coming to the other turning hole, or the other end of it. Backstitch a little bit, make sure it's good. Okay, here's the hoping, right? Nancy, that's actually where we're doing the sew. If you're anywhere near, you can join us. If anyone's near there, you can join us. All right, so we're going to turn this, and then we'll do I'll show you how to fold in the side. So once again, I avoided leaving this pocket part open because I didn't want to have to fold it. So I'm going to pull it through here. I would have the shifting material on the bottom while sewing to keep it from shifting. Oh, that's really good advice. I never know which way to put it. Barbie, how's Florida? You guys having any natural disasters or alligators flying from the sky? I swear there's always something. Hopefully you guys are good right now. I'm not sure if you've ever actually had alligators flying from the sky, but it sounds very dramatic that way. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you, Kathleen. I got ahead of myself. I wasn't looking at the pattern. I am going to trim them. So the pattern calls to cut into the corners. I'm glad you said that. It says to cut into them. If I turn the page on my pattern, I would know that. It doesn't say to trim them, just to cut into them, which is what I did on my last one, thinking, okay, I'll just follow the way it says. And it worked. So I think I'm going to try that again. Rather than trimming them, I'm going to cut into them. So she just has you cut a bunch of slits into the corner. Thank you, Kathleen. I would have turned it and all the way and thought, oh shoot, why is this not fitting right? Cut a bunch of little slits. Yeah, thank you, Marie. You too. What do you think? Should I just use pinking scissors on this one? We could do that. Since I did it the other way, I did it the way they said, maybe I'll do our own way this time. Mwahaha. Let's try it. Being careful not to cut your stitching. Yeah, we'll try that. It's been raining every day in North Florida. Oh man, we are dying for rain here. We have had so many wildfires here. It's just constantly smoky. And hot, hot, hot. It's 100 and whatever today. All right. And thank you for the hive mind reminding me to trim the corners. When I concentrate on reading comments, I forget to look at the pattern. Okay, now I've trimmed my corners. And do I like it? Or do I want it more? I'm just going to do a few more slits in a couple spots. I really want these corners to not look janky janks. I'm not too worried about this top part, actually. Okay, now we'll turn it for real. I was just kidding before. It was a joke. $109 in Vegas. My husband's there today for work. Sucker. My friend and I were going to go play pickleball tonight. We're like, oh, let's go like at 7 or 8. He looked it up. At 7, it's 100 and 105. We're like, well, I guess it's okay. We'll go do it. We'll ask for 15 minutes. But we're doing it. All right. Julie, that's funny. Well, you guys are probably humid. We're not humid here. It really is different. The thick corners are down where this layer is. So I'm going to get my hand in here and pop these corners out. Pop, pop, pop. I said pop. Okay. I love colors. I love black and white and this teal color. It's beautiful. Florida is miserable with heat. Oh, Kathleen, isn't Montana just... It tricks you. If you only visit Montana in the summer, then you think to yourself, this would be a great place to live. And then you move there, and then the winter comes, and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Okay. So, I think I'm going to get my strong clips out for this because the side seams are trying to roll a lot. See, they're kind of rolling in. So before I close this part up, I'm going to stick my hand through here and turn it out and put some clips in it. And then we will get some tape and we will close up this hole. I just don't want that rolling in. Hi, Karina. How are you? Should your pocket be on the lining side? Yep. I did it wrong. Oh, what did I not look at when I was sewing? Okay, just a minute. I did something backwards, didn't I? I did something backwards. Oh, flip it through. Oh, phew. Okay. I thought I sewed it wrong. I was like, oh no. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys. That's really funny. This is why I sew in a live with you guys. I swear I did the practice one right. In my defense, I don't read comments and have conversations during my practice ones. I just read the pattern. And right now, I'm not even looking at the pattern. That's embarrassing. How's that? Is that better? That's really funny. I was going to sew that up with a pocket on the wrong side. Then I'll be like, wait a minute. That's funny. Okay. A few more clips and then we will fold in this other side. I think I'll spread some of these clips out a little bit. Just trying to get it so it's not really pulley. Oh, did I sew that wrong? Oh, I swear I did it like the picture. Funny. Ooh, that's thick. I chose some really thick material. If I was doing this on my Mr. Jingles, my Juki TL, I probably would not have used this material that I used for the pocket. Because you double it over. That's what makes it so thick is this faux suede is folded over. And then it's folded again because we've turned it. So you're basically going through 4 layers of the faux suede and 2 layers of this vinyl when you fold the edges all. So just kind of do whatever you think your machine can handle. I think this machine will be fine with it, but we'll find out. We'll find out the easy way or the hard way, right? All right. Almost done clipping. A few more. Cheryl, my handmade space is actually where we're doing the video. That's where we're going to do it. She had put her name in the ring, her hat in the ring. And so I have reached out to the other people who were wanting to host Massachusetts saying, if you want to come join us. So if anyone on here is driving distance, want to reach out, I can give you information. She's got, a studio. So there's space for people to come sew with us. You just cut and prep your own bag, and I'll tell you exactly which one we're doing. It's one of her patterns. I'm excited. And then we'll do shopping. Okay, so I've kind of got that all rolled the way I want it. And now this is the part I was saying that I didn't want to leave near the pocket because it's so thick. This part is the part where now, of course, we're going to take it and we're going to fold it in. So I'm going to do some tape to help me with this step because I think it will make it easier. Mary Lou's coming. If you use binding, there's less layers. Yes. The other one I did in cork and faux suede was fine. So hopefully this one works out okay. Especially now that my pocket's facing the right way. Mwah, mwah. Okay. I just want this to help me fold it in, and then I'll also clip it. So I'm just trying to fold it in at the same amount of the seam allowance. So I think I'm going to do the thicker side first so I can work on it for a second here. And I'm going to actually take my ruler and see if my fold is close. Yeah, that's close, yeah, to the seam allowance. Yep. That's good. Yeah, that actually folds easier than the cork did. That folds easy. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with my Smoothie Smooth. Get that folded under, and then I will clip them both together, and we'll top stitch around the whole thing, and it will close up this hole. Okay, here we go. You know, my bobbin was sounding weird. I thought I had a full one in, but maybe I don't. You know, I'm gonna wind up a fresh one. I don't want to run out on this step. So let's take just a second while I do this. Your title on here, Spencer, is spelled wrong. Oh, it is? Oh. Sepnisser. Well, that's embarrassing. I'm going to need to figure out how to fix that. Hopefully I can edit that. I'm sorry, Spencer Ogg. I didn't mean to. I wonder if I did that on StreamYard or if it was over on YouTube that I did it. Hopefully I can change it. All right. My bobbin wasn't necessarily totally empty, but it looked funky. So, you think I can't have her? Okay. Yes, the Super Monstera toiletry bag. That's what we're doing. It's the third day of school here for our school district. I drove my daughter to school the last couple days, but I made her take the bus today. So, you know, got to give her good old childhood memories. All right. Let's top stitch it. As much fun as double stitching would be, we don't want to make it too small. We want it to fit. So I'm actually going to start on the side of the pocket. So I close that sooner than later. Yep. And I'm going to start. I mean, not the pocket, the opening. Okay. Oh, I need to thread it. And I could change it to black so it doesn't show in case I mess up. It's a dark gray, so it will definitely show. But I'm just going to have confidence and hope for the best. Because I actually don't love the black thread on that other color. Don't love it. The other project I have out is the quilt block of the month. I've got to get the video to Kasaya so she knows what to do. Spell check's going wild today. It's just crazy. And obviously I didn't use it, so. All right. Here we go. I always get a little nervous. May the top stitch force be with you. We can do this. I'm going to go one bigger, I think. Okay, I'm coming to the corner. I'm going to hold my tongue just right. Huh. I need to put it back on here. You don't want to see me. Whew. Okay. Now this is where it's wanting to do a little roly-poly action. So I'm just going to get my finger in there and make sure it's down straight. No roly-polies today. Nope, nope, nope. It's working, you guys. It's working. This is Love Lola. It just has such great texture to it. I thought it would be a good protection for a computer bag. I know it's meant for high-end designer bags, but to me, a computer bag is high-end and it's very designer. So. Okay, now I'm on the part with all the layers. Yeah, I mean, knock on wood. I don't want to say it yet, but. Hi, Diana. Princess Di is here. Make way. All right, we're almost there. Trim this real quick. All right, there's the top stitch. I like the gray. Like you can see it, but it's not crazy. Okay. Then here we go. Aileen is here. Aileen, hi. Now, if I wasn't recording on my computer, I would put my computer right here. I would go, zoop, and then I would close it down. There it is. There it is. I think I made it too long. I think it didn't need to be so long because I could have clipped it here. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if I did one of my calculations wrong, because it's supposed to really show much more of this, but it doesn't matter. If it fits in there, it fits in there. So I'll show you the other one. So there it is. Fancy, fancy. Kelly, you're not chopped liver. I just now saw you. Put chopped liver next to your name, you get my attention. Hi, Kelly. So this one, the one that came with it, just has the top here. And so I think I must have done something weird with the measurement, because this is the one where I did my own math and made a little case for the computer. So it could definitely have had less length to it. But yes, a nice quick one for craft fairs. That's what they had suggested. Like, because you can just even use for the passport size and the Kindle reader size, you could probably use scraps. That's classy. That's real classy. You like the longer flap? Thank you. Then I did it on purpose. Is it wrong that I'm so happy to have this case for my computer? I think I'm going to need... Oh, I don't have any more of this material. Shoot. I have little bits of it. I need to make some matching ones for other things. That's it, you guys. That was it. That's the whole sew. That was the... I keep forgetting the name of it. Double quick device cover by spelled incorrectly Spencer Ogg patterns. This one's out of cork. This one's out of vinyl. Boom, boom. And you can do whatever you want. I would put a little zipper. Yes, if I knew the flap was going to be this long, I would have put a little thing for like even a puffy pocket to put my charger and stuff in. So I don't know. Evelyn, are you chopped liver too? Everyone whose name I didn't say, I guess you're chopped liver. I don't know what to say. Or I was concentrating. You decide what sounds more true. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you like it. I hope that if anyone has a need to make this. Oh, yes, the code for Kasaya's website. Today's the last day to use it. She has been busily filling orders from all the awesome people making orders. And it's a good one, 20%. I have the sister discount. And I say, hey, next time I see you, will you bring me? Saya, are you listening? I need some antique brass ribbons. I'll plan all your travel. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was at least entertaining, if not helpful. And if you're interested, go pick up this pattern. It's a good one. Okay. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.